One, two, three, four.
Oh, before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. Oh, before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. You say I've been spending my money on other women. You've been taking money from someone else. There we go. Oh, before you accuse me, take a look at yourself.
Oh yeah.
Oh, before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. You say I've been spending my money on other women. Oh, you're taking money from someone else.
Welcome everybody to another edition of Community Connections. I'm here with a local talent by the name of Dylan Stone. Dylan, pleasure.
Good to see you, Ralph.
Great seeing you. So Dylan is a local musician here in town. He has several projects on the go. And one of the greatest things that I found out about him is that he just recently got nominated for the Canadian Folk Artist of the Year Award. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you. New group of the year.
New Group of the Year. Okay, there we go.
We're working our way up to the best of it.
Right. And what's the name of the band?
We're the Unfaithful Servants.
Unfaithful Servants. And
Yeah.
you guys are like a blend of country, bluegrass, bluesy, like a little bit of everything?
Country, Americana,
Right.
kind of folk. We call it acoustic music. You
Right,
know,
yeah.
try not to label ourselves.
Well, you have a fiddle as well, right?
Fiddle,
stand-up
mandolin,
bass, yeah.
stand-up bass.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. So Dylan, what got you into music?
I mean, probably my parents.
Right.
You know, they're both music lovers and lots of records around the house growing up.
Yeah.
You know, I have very early memories of the Beatles and Bob Dylan and
Right.
Elvis and
Yeah,
And,
the greats.
Yeah, you know, they had good taste, thankfully.
Yeah, I hear you. I had the same upbringing as well. So, out of those artists that you just mentioned, was there anybody in particular that stood out? Like anybody more so than the others that you truly were inspired by?
Yeah, I mean, Bob Dylan was very big. You know,
Right.
I was named after him, so
Okay.
it was pretty big around the house. You know, so I definitely have a lot of memories of listening to his music and it impacting me a
Sure,
lot. You know.
sure. So tell us a bit about the projects that you're working with. You've got the Dylan Stone Band. You got the Unfaithful Servants. You've also got a promotional company that you're doing some shows and gigs around town with. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's called Cascadia Concerts. That's
Right.
a new business I just started in 2019.
Okay.
And just branching out, I've done a lot of concert promotions out of the year, promoting my own bands.
Right.
So I was pretty experienced in it, and I kind of had an opportunity to promote some bigger touring acts that were coming to town.
Okay.
And decided to kind of take it to a different level and formed a business. And yeah, it went really well. I did Richard Thompson in November.
Okay.
That was a sold-out show at Alex Goulden Hall,
Right on. Cool.
which was a big one. Yeah.
And so who's coming? Who's one of the named acts that's coming in the next little while here?
Well, there's I don't have anything on the books right now. I'm talking with Don Ross right now, who's a
Incredible guitar
incredible guitar player. He's absolutely fantastic. We were just in talks with Melissa Etheridge, but I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately.
It's hard bringing people to Victoria.
It's hard to get people over here, you know, to make the numbers work.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's more stuff coming down the pipe. So I don't like to say anything until
Right.
it's
actually
set, you know.
Yeah, I understand. And so what about your other event? You do a songwriters night that's at Northern Quarter.
At the Northern Quarter, we just had our first one,
Right.
and it was really successful.
So what's the idea behind it?
Well, it's kind of an idea I pulled from when I was living in Nashville. There was a lot of respect for the song.
Of course.
You know, and they had the songwriters nights there where you'd have a featured performer and an open mic portion where people could come and listen to your song, you know,
Right.
and just really fostering that atmosphere of listening
Yeah.
to people's songs
Yeah.
and really kind of encouraging people to write and to collaborate. And so I wanted to bring that to Victoria. And so that's what we're doing at the Northern Quarter. We have a featured writer. It's once a month. And there's an open stage portion before the feature, and you can play one song. It has
Right
to be
on.
original.
Right.
We had 10 performers sign up
Good.
last Thursday, which I thought was a great number for our first
sure.
first run. And yeah, it was a fantastic event.
So, Dylan, speaking of songs,
Mm-hmm.
how do you compose or write a song? Are you one of the fellows that basically puts a riff or some chords together, or do you like to have the thoughts and the words out before you put music to it?
You know, the best songs just come out whole, you know, and they don't come as often as you'd like. You know, I've actually been working
that's
a lot
tough.
more on crafting songs for myself.
Yeah.
I find if I get inspired, you know, it usually just comes from playing. You just got to pick up the guitar, start playing. I'll start, you know, riffing on some Neil Young or Wilco or tunes like that, and then you sort of just sometimes an idea falls into your head.
Yeah.
For me, if I start writing a song, I really do my best to see it through to the end in that moment, because it's really about capturing a feeling.
That moment, yeah.
You know, so it's like, you know, close the blinds, lock the doors, and don't go anywhere until the song's done.
Right.
You know, and sometimes it has taken until sunrise to get through something,
Right.
but you stick it through, you know.
Yeah.
That's, you know, but waiting for inspiration to come can be a waiting game, so sometimes you got to force it, right? And
Sometimes you get it from singing in the shower. You sing in the shower?
yeah, you know, it comes from anywhere. I'm
Yeah, it
always
does.
ready, you know, and I've learned to always act on the moment of inspiration.
Right.
If I'm cooking, making a sandwich or something, and a little melody or riff comes into
Right,
my head,
yeah.
I'll put down what I'm doing, and I'll at least write it down or make a recording of it, or
Yeah.
sit down and start writing, you know. But it's really hard to go back for me
Right.
once I start an idea or have an idea. So it's really about kind of using the moment that the song's trying to
Right.
speak to you, you know.
So, you know, live music it's getting harder and harder in our town, less venues. How would you describe the music scene in Victoria?
It's active, you know. It's when I first moved to town about a dozen years ago. It was a little more happening. You know, we've lost a lot of venues since then. That was kind of part of the idea of doing the Songwriters Night, was to bring a focus to original music. You know, a lot of the venues in town don't present original music, you know.
Right, yeah.
So which makes it hard to do
Yeah,
your
it's good.
thing.
You got to be commercial. You got to try to. Everybody wants something that's going to gear to the masses, right?
Yeah, and it's a tourist town. People
Yeah.
want to just kind of dance and do the thing, which is fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it is a bit of a struggle in town. It's better than most towns. You know, it's better than Vancouver, I think.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, just for making a living anyway.
Right on. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to think that it's on an upswing.
Yeah. So if you could collaborate with anybody, tell our viewers, who do you think that who'd you want to either open up for or just get on stage with?
Oh, I mean, I'm a pretty massive Wilco fan.
Really?
I love that band a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know, any kind of collaboration with that band would be very amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, if in a dream world, you know, you could opening up for, you know, Neil Young or any of those legends that are still
Right.
kicking around.
Yep.
You know, David Crosby, or just
Sure.
to kind of hang out and hear some stories from those guys would be pretty incredible.
Right. What upcoming shows do you have?
Well, right now, what I'm working on, we actually have the Unfaithful Servants are doing a couple little short tours of Vancouver Island.
Okay.
So we're going up to the Waverly Hotel in Cumberland next weekend, and then we're grabbing a boat over to Cortez Island. We're going to play the hall there.
Okay.
And then in March, we're going to we're going to go up to a really beautiful venue called the Chapel in Duncan. It's an old church.
Okay, cool.
And then we're hopping over to Denman Island to play a hall over there.
Okay.
And then we're coming back for a Victoria concert at Herman's Jazz Club on March 22nd.
Excellent.
So March 22nd, and we got Bill Johnson is going to open for us.
Great blues
The
guy.
great bluesman.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought that'd be
Cool.
fun to kind of collaborate with him.
Yeah.
So that's our next big Victoria show.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be heading to the East Coast
Right.
in April.
Okay. So what takes you there? Is it music or?
Yeah, that's going to be for the Canadian Folk Music Awards,
Great.
where we're nominated for New Group of the Year. Unfortunately, the band couldn't make it.
Right.
So I'm going to go over there. I've booked a little tour
Nice.
through PEI and Nova Scotia. And I'm going to go over there, do a little tour, attend the award show, hopefully come back with an award, maybe.
Right. That'd
You
be
know?
great.
Yeah, but either way, it's a good opportunity. So I'm going to go over there and do that.
So, how do people get a hold of you? What are your websites for the bands?
Yeah, we are unfaithfulservants.com, dylanstone.ca.
Okay.
You can check out music and albums, and contact info is all up on there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time, buddy.
Yeah, right on, Rob.
It's great.
Yeah.
All right. How do you want to end this thing?
Well, we can do a little bookend on the blues number we wanted to play
Okay,
there.
let's do it.
Yeah.